The Lion and the Porcupine, written by Susan Liverpool. All songs, including lyrics and melodies, written by Susan Liverpool. Copyright 2014. Musical arrangements by Jim Ellis of Jim Ellis Music. Recorded at Doppler Studios, Atlanta, Georgia.
Being king of the jungle can sometimes be a lonely life. Who can I talk to? The pride is always away hunting for food, and the other animals are beneath me. Why, I can't be seen talking to a monkey or a giraffe. What would the other lions think?
I am a king of everything I see. My realm is vast. I rule the creatures with the wisdom that can't be surpassed. This world belongs to me as far as I can see. I am a lion, I am a ruler. I walk alone as all kings do. This is the way it's always been. I have no company, no confidant, no pals, no friends. So when you hear me roar, bow down and honor me, for I am the one until I die. I am a lion, I am a king.
So that's why, just between you and me, I let that strange little porcupine with her sticky quills and musty smell get near me in the first place. I was feeling pretty moody that day, so I raised my paw to scare her away. But she just kept inching closer to me. How dare she come near the king of the jungle, sniffling and muttering to herself. Was she crazy? Has she not been taught how to behave around royalty? If I was seen giving the time of day to this odd little creature, why, my reputation would be ruined. Lions from all over the jungle would challenge me and try and steal my pride. So I growled at her. This seemed to startle the little creature, but not enough to make her want to run and hide. Instead, she just sat there, trembling and staring up at me with those big watery eyes. So I stayed calm, and then I roared again. Why are you here? Don't you know who I am?
Mr. King, I mean no harm. I've lost my way. Please don't eat me.
You have also lost your mind. I could end your life with one swipe of my mighty paw. Don't you know that?
I guess I should. But I was separated from my family when I was born. And have been on my own ever since. Usually, I avoid lions. But I'm still learning the ways of the jungle. And when I saw you, I thought to myself, this lion is different. Here is a wise and powerful king. He will help me find my family and I'll never be lonely again.
Can you believe this silliness? What irritating little creatures porcupines are. You can't get to that juicy meat without getting those quills stuck in your face and your mouth. So it's just useless to try and eat them. So I roared again. I am king of the jungle. I don't help animals. I eat animals. What makes you think I have time to bother with your petty problems? But her innocent pleas tugged at my heart. Here we were, two lonely creatures, different, but yet the same. But wait a minute. I'm king of the jungle. I can't like a porcupine. Then her squeaky little voice interrupted my thoughts.
Your Majesty, my name is Penelope, and if you'll be my friend, I could help you. Can I get a hug?
My name's Penelope. I roam the jungles wild and free. Can I get a hug?
That's right.
Come on, can I get a hug?
That's right.
Don't run, I got crazy mad skills. You see my fancy quills. Sometimes they wave in the air like I just don't care. Sometimes the hardest still depends on how I feel. Can I get a hug?
That's right.
Come on, can I get a hug?
That's right.
Don't run, don't act like you don't like me. I'm spunky, I'm cute, and lovable as well. We can have a good time if you can get past how I smell. Can I get a hug?
That's right.
Come on, can I get a hug?
That's right.
Don't run. Hey, Mr. King, it's a jungle out here, but you and me together will make a fearsome pair. Can I get a hug?
That's right.
Come on, can I get a hug?
That's right.
Don't run. Hey, Mr. King, give me a hug. Hug me. You know you want to. Hug me. Hug me.
I was flabbergasted. No, you cannot have a hug. And what in the world do you think you can do for me? Well, if it weren't for your sticky little quills, I'd have eaten you by now. But I could tell the little porcupine was thinking to herself, I like to see you try and take a bite out of me.
Oh, Mr. King, you are hilarious. You wouldn't really eat a little porcupine, would you? I've heard that brave lions don't bother to eat little creatures like me.
Yeah, I was fed up with this little pest. The pride would be home soon with today's meal, and if they saw me hanging out with a porcupine, they would leave. And there was nothing worse than a lion who couldn't hold on to his pride. So I put my hand underneath the little porcupine, flipped her over onto her back. I could see her soft little belly. I watched as she wiggled and squirmed, trying to turn herself back over. Then I drew close so she can see my blazing eyes and feel the heat of my breath. My mouth was big enough to swallow her whole. Then I let loose a growl from deep within my throat. Ah!
Look here, little rodent, or whatever your name is. I'm tired of your whining. You ain't got too long to live. I'm gonna eat you. Yeah, I'm gonna eat you. Oh yeah. I'm gonna smother you all over with some butter and some jam. Grab you by your toes and throw you into my frying pan. I'm gonna eat you. Oh yeah. I'm gonna eat you. You better watch out. I'm gonna take some chunks and bites from your juicy little tummy. Rinse you down with water and go yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm gonna eat you. Yeah, yeah. You exasperated little creature. I'm gonna eat ya. Maybe with a knife and fork.
Now, I'll give you 2 seconds to tell me why I shouldn't bite into your soft little belly and have you for an appetizer. The little critter couldn't speak. Her teeth chattered, and her heart was pounding so loudly I could hear it. Finally, she sputtered.
Your Majesty, I noticed your mane is all tangled. You could use me as your comb. My quills could straighten out your lovely locks. I could even get rid of all those little insects in your hair. Mr. King, look, when my quills are flat like this, they won't stick you. Mr. King, by the time I'm finished with your mane, will be the envy of all the lions in the kingdom. Lionesses will fight to be at your side.
I was at a loss for words. Was she serious? I knew the little porcupine was begging for her life, but I just couldn't do away with her. I admired her courage, and she had appealed to my vanity. Yes, it was true. I couldn't remember the last time my mane had been properly combed. These days, the lionesses had no time to groom me like they used to. They were always busy on the hunt. Why, just the other day, Lydia, my number one wife, had said,
"Times have changed, Lawrence."
Lydia is the only one allowed to call me by my real name.
You can't expect us to hunt all day and then come home and wait on you hand and paw. We'd like to be groomed too, once in a while, you know.
All right, go ahead, groom me. But be warned, if you stick me just once, I will tear you apart. Do you understand? What'd you say your name was again?
Penelope, your Majesty?
Well, Penelope, get to it before the pride returns and I become the joke of the jungle.
Wow, what a view from up here. I can see for miles in every direction.
She slowly wiggled and rolled her quills down my mane, carefully untangling my bushy hair. Ah, that feels good.
Little porcupine, roll up and down. I want a brand new style for my royal crown. Go little porcupine, untangle my mane. You better make me look good, like the great king should. Oh little porcupine, remember we agreed. If you make me look crazy, you'll be history. Porcupine, go little porcupine, roll up little porcupine, slide down little porcupine, twirl around little porcupine, start again little porcupine, run around little porcupine, work your magic, work your magic. Yeah, go little porcupine, work your magic.
Your Majesty, you look magnificent.
I realized I had no way of knowing whether I looked good or not. I'd have to trust the little creature. The reaction of the pride would be the true test. If the lionesses laughed or backed away from me, well, I'd just have to make the little porcupine disappear. I'd say the thing must have crawled upon me while I slept and got tangled up in my hair. Penelope, for your sake, I hope you're right. I've started to like you, and I'd hate to see anything happen to you. You know what I mean? At that very moment, the lionesses returned from the hunt. Lydia was in the lead, carrying the day's meal in her powerful jaws. Penelope was still perched on top of my head. Don't move.
Lawrence, what happened to you?
What do you mean, Lydia?
Well, there's something different about you, Lawrence, and I can't quite put my paw on it.
Come on, Lydia. I'm king of the jungle, for goodness sake. Do you like my mane or not? Lydia knew it wouldn't be wise to growl at me in front of the other lionesses, so I waited. I could feel Penelope squirming. She knew if Lydia hated my mane, she was doomed.
Lawrence, your mane. It's beautiful. How did you get it to look like that?
It was nothing really. I simply kidnapped this little porcupine and commanded her to groom me, since you and the other lionesses have been too busy lately.
Lawrence, groomed or not, you're as handsome to me now as you were the day we met.
Lawrence, I love you just the way you are. You're my cuddly furry cat. No one's better, and that's a fact. Oh, Lawrence, I love you just the way you are. I love your mane, wild or tame, short, curly, long and free. How you wear it doesn't matter to me, because Lawrence, I love you just the way you are. You rock, you rule. All the animals will look at you and say he's cool. So we'll go on out there and toss your head, strut your stuff, baby, knock 'em dead. Because Lawrence, I love you just the way you are. I love you, Lawrence.
I love you, Lydia.
Penelope, stop dancing on my head and come down here, please. I want to talk with you. Heaven help this poor little creature and me. Penelope, I know you want to find your family, but what if you joined our family? Oh, for goodness sake, Penelope, you're not going to cry, are you?
No, sire. It's just I've never really had a family before. Are you sure you want me?
Yes, Penelope, we want you. Come travel with us. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet up with your family. And if we don't, you're welcome to stay with us. You could groom all of us, not just the king. We lionesses like to look good too, you know. Why, you wouldn't believe how messy our hair gets when we're out hunting.
Yeah, not to mention what hunting day after day does to our claws. We are the ladies of the jungle. We do all the heavy lifting. We're out all day chasing down our prey, while the king sits home on his royal throne.
Well, we'd like to get our hair groomed too and spend a day at the salon. And just because they call us felines don't mean we ain't got muscle and brawn.
what do you say, Penelope? We can have exciting talks while the lionesses are out on the hunt, and you can sit on top of my head as much as you want, as long as there aren't any other lions around, of course. Life had taken a strange and wonderful turn for Penelope and me. She hadn't found the family she was looking for. She had found the family that was beyond her wildest dreams. As for me, I had done something I never imagined I could do. I had made a friend.
My mane is grand and stylish too, all because of prickly you.
Penelope, come join our family.
You can ride high up on my kingly head, and even make it your sleeping bed.
Penelope, Penelope,
I command